Hey, hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Etho, and welcome back to another episode in our Let's Play world. I know what you're thinking right now. He never starts his episodes doing stuff. What's going on? Why is he digging? What's he planning? I'm not gonna tell you. I'm just doing it. We'll get to this later. Here, let's try this out, though. We got these beetroot seeds a couple episodes ago. I never did try planting them. I don't even know what they look like. I don't know if I've seen pictures of them. Or if I have, I don't really recall what this plant looks like. So let's try maybe put a few here for decoration. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Alright. Okay, so they start out looking pretty small, pretty normal. It almost looks like carrots. Oh, and then is that them fully grown? Okay, that's them fully grown then. So they turn red. Aha. Okay, well, I tried it here, guys. We got like a little decorative garden area just to fill up the spot. I'm not sure I like it, though. There's something bugging me about it. Maybe it's the color, like the red's almost too close in color to the spruce, or maybe... I don't know, maybe I just built it too plain. I'm not sure. I've done this before, though. Like, in my world, I often use carrots or wheat or stuff for decoration. I usually do like how it looks. Something's bothering me about that one, though. Like here, I'll give you an example. Let's go over to here. Oh, although the slimes killed most of them. Great. Bad example. Like in here, I like how the carrots look around this room. Anyways, let me know what you think about that. I'm still using this snapshot with the messed up stairs, by the way, if you're wondering about that. There is a new one out, but I heard it wrecks Redstone, or there's an issue with Redstone, so I don't want to update to that one. Just yet until that gets fixed. Oh yeah, let's try this out on the mini farm too. I wonder if it'll actually work, because apparently the beetroot take more bone meal to grow than wheat and that. We did get one there. 2, 3. We're slowly getting more seeds. I think it kind of works, but it probably needs like 4 bone meal or something. Maybe we'll just try that. Temporarily. Oh, right in the middle of the floor. That's a great thing about having a grass floor, guys. You can just grow stuff wherever you want. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 that time. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 that time. The mini farm only puts out 3 at most. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh. There must be a chance of it doing it on 3, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I'm just getting unlucky here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 again. 3 is not happening. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So between 3 and 5 from the few times I did it here, anyway. The wheat farm, though, is between 2 and 3 for sure. I remember, or this mini farm, 2 to 3 to grow wheat and other crops. So it takes more bone meal. Aha. I've been doing a lot of decorative things in the world, guys. Maybe I'll show you a few of those, and see what you think about them as well. Just kind of got in that mood to do some building, some like terrain stuff, I guess you would call it. This area has always bothered me. It's like a big flat grass area, and I tried putting like just some mini garden things here, like with leaves and flowers and stuff. Maybe I overdid it a bit, though. Actually, I like that a lot more now. You know, less is more sometimes. I think I overdid it. Yeah, that's better, right? I like that. I think these little few straps over here are good. Put some leaves down here. A couple blades of grass there. Just to try fill in this area a bit more. Also, I've had trouble with lighting over here, so I put some end rods above the villagers. But probably the biggest changes, guys, are outside here, so I'll go show you these. See what you think of them. So, you come out to the man cave, and then we got a little garden here now, which I think looks pretty good. Threw in some leaves and stuff. A couple more flowers over here. I'm trying not to show you to the left here, because that's where the biggest change is. Alright, grand reveal. So wasn't really happy with the plain swamp we had, so I did like a biome enhancement. From here, like this isn't perfect yet. I'm not totally happy with it currently. From here, it seems maybe too colorful, right? Too chaotic. But it looks like I think it looks pretty good like when you're actually in it, like over here. I wanted it to feel cluttered and like lots of leaves and vines and that kind of stuff around because it is a swamp, right? This ground to me looks mushy. I just did like path blocks and I think that it's like a mushy, chaotic path we got going over here. This leads over to the abandoned mine shaft, by the way, so we actually have a way of tying it into our worlds, like visually, which I think is cool. Threw in some random mushrooms. I hung like end rods off of them. I thought it gave it like a fantasy look, like it's got growths coming off of the mushrooms or something. I'm not sure if we'll keep them though. Just wanted to try it. If we get rid of them, it is darker. This snapshot also has lighting update issues, I find. So I do really want to update, but I need a stable version to come out. Yeah, I think maybe these are overkill. Get rid of them. I added some logs as a decorative feature, so just threw down like some sideways logs and then put mushroom blocks around them to make them look like they're decaying. Some of them have nether wart biome, some like messed up soil, some gross, nasty, bug-filled mushroom juice soil of some sort. I don't know. And also the other big thing I did here was a custom tree. Added another one into our world. I think it turned out pretty good, actually. I'm happy with this one. I probably should have built it out of birch leaves, though, because some of the leaves turned a bit yellow, because apparently it's a desert over here. But overall, I think it's fine. I want to add another tree on this side of the swamp, or this side of the river, just to balance out the look as well. I'm not gonna go stand. Oh, no, no. Aww, really? Come on, I was so far away. Alright, well, anyways, guys, let's move on to our main project of the day today, shall we? So I looked at the list. This is how I decided what to do today. I looked at the nasty list. Do you remember this? Of all our never finishing projects. We actually did some stuff, though. So number 3, Sandy City, we got the walls around there now. I think we did the minecart storage system. Might be 1 or 2 things left on that. I can't remember. I know we worked on it, though. And we got the firework room designed. We did the tunnel to the desert. Nexus is up and functional. It just have a lot more stuff to do on it. Do you know what the ore storage room is? Because I don't know. It's on here, but I cannot remember for the life of me what it was supposed to be. And we did the Blaze Farm. We worked on that. We worked on the Nether Hub design. So we got a few of these kind of crossed off. But the one that caught my attention was let's work on number 17 today, the Simon game. If you don't remember this, I forgive you. It was like 50 to 100 episodes ago, if I was to guess. But we worked out, or we tried to figure out how to do it here. We played around with some ideas. I had a problem, though, where... Maybe I'll just give you the quick reference, by the way. So Simon, Simon is a memory game. We were trying to build it in Minecraft here. So you got 4 different colors, and you have to copy the sequence. So it randomly creates a sequence of like maybe red, red, blue, red, blue, red, red, blue, red, yellow. And every time it adds one onto the sequence, you got to try copy it and memorize the whole thing. If you mess up, then you lose. So we were trying to do that in Minecraft here, using droppers and clay blocks to represent the colors. But I had a problem where no matter how I powered these droppers, they always would shoot it like further than I wanted. Like if I powered this, the dropper would shoot maybe 2 down the line instead of like the one right next to it like I wanted. You guys gave a good suggestion though in the comments to just put a hopper between them, and I tried playing around in creative. That fixed the problem. So we're going to make a real attempt at building it today. So let's head back to that area we started at. I'll try clean it up a bit more, and then we can get to building this, hopefully, and actually make some progress on it. All right, very cool. So basically, guys, what we just did here is a rough, very rough expansion onto the man cave. If you didn't know, we've like filled every nook and cranny around here with projects. There's not a lot of space left to add on, like if we want to build something new. So we sort of have to do this where we build new hallways and ways of adding stuff onto the man cave like this. So we got 2 doors. We can put something behind here eventually if we want. And I've started digging out a room for our Simon game in here. And also, I didn't want like just a hallway though. Like we have this super long hallway here, which I don't really like. It feels too long without any breaks. But we have like something built here, something over here, so we can't really do much about that. But I didn't want just another hallway over here. So I made it go down some stairs to make it feel like it opens up a bit. We're going to put some water here eventually, like a little pond, and make more of a room than a hallway specifically. But yeah, anyways, and then eventually this can connect to the underground village if we keep going this way. But anyways, let's get inside here. We'll start working out the interface to the Simon game, what I want to do with it. Got a rough plan in mind. So this here is going to be our controls. We'll have the 4 colors. Let me try to remember what it is. I think it's red, blue, and I kind of forgot now. I think it's red, blue, blue over here. I'm not forgetting the colors. I'm forgetting what order they go. I think it's green here then, and then yellow below. We'll try this. I'll fix it after if I got this wrong, because I looked at a picture of the Simon game, like a real life version of it. So yeah, we'll step on the pressure plates in the corners here to make our choice what color we want to pick to do the sequence. And then in front of us, this is going to be our screen, like our visual feedback of what's going on inside the game. So I tried to set this up in such a way that it's not going to block what we're looking at here. So you'll notice the red blocks there. That's like the border of the game, what I plan on building. I wanted to make sure, like at the blue blocks there, that none of that is visually blocked. Like if we're standing over here, if we went a little bit further back, you see our vision starts to get blocked of the game itself. So we didn't want that. I positioned it 7 blocks from here because of that. Like if we brought this in closer, we would have problems seeing the game. And if we brought it out farther, then it'll be unnecessarily far away. So I just used this to try gauge where to put it. It's a 9x9 room, by the way, and that is the very center of the 9x9. So now that we know where we want to position the screen, we can start building it here. So this is the design I have in mind. We're going to use quartz for the border. It's a nice clean white block. Goes pretty good with clay, like the hardened clay colors I find. And we'll make it go up and around. Ooh. This is going to be a very, very complicated project, by the way. I am a little scared of it. Like, even for me, the redstone with this is going to be difficult. Alright, so we'll do that, and then I think we have to put like a line down the middle. Like so, make it connect. So this will divide it into our 4 quadrants for the colors. Let's put a block here and there. And there, and there. Okay, so let's take a step back. Oh, I missed one. Break like these. Let's get an idea of what that looks like right now. So that's our basic screen. And again, we wanted to make sure none of that was blocked. Our view of it looks pretty good. So let's start filling the colors in. So that should be red, blue, green, yellow, if I figured that out right. And there we go. So that is our interface for the game. I think that looks pretty good, though. I'm happy with it. I inset them one block so that you get the shadows on the clay blocks. Because if you keep them flush with the screen, you know, you don't get that. It looks really, really smooth and really plain. Yeah, so that's why I put them in one block. I also put the lights one block further in just for a little bit more depth or detail to it. Now, you can see these buttons or these pressure plates correspond with their positions. So red at the top. I could have like just put the screen on the floor as well. There's a lot of design things, a lot of design choices that go into this. If we have it on the floor, I think it would be harder to see what's happening though. So that's why I decided to put it like in a wall like that. And also the reason I didn't use buttons for this, like I could have had green, red, yellow, blue buttons, 4 different buttons to make our choice. But when we do that, we're forced to move our mouse to press the button, you know. If we use pressure plates, we don't have to move the mouse, we just have to move our character. So it just looks a lot smoother when you make your choice. So that's why I did it that way. Anyways, to like give visual feedback, we want visual feedback and audio feedback when we make a choice or when it's trying to show us something here. So I want to make these pop out one block as well if it's selected. So to do that, we're going to put some slime blocks in the back here, kind of like so, and then wire this up. Let's put the obsidian. Actually, let's figure out where the pistons go first before we do that. It's very important if you ever build a game like this that you figure out the interface before you do the redstone. Otherwise, it's not gonna fall into place correctly. Oh, why did I do that? I put that in the wrong spots. Okay, let's put. How do I get this piston down? This is the most difficult challenge we faced yet. Okay, there we go. So 2 pistons for each, I guess, will do. And now we got to try connecting together. So let's put. How do we do this? Maybe we'll put a piece of obsidian there. We got to use obsidian so the slime doesn't stick to it. Put another one there. Redstone above on those 2 pieces. Oops. That's one way to stack up, I guess. Alright, and then this was the blue one. I guess we'll put a blue wire thing for it. Alright, and then redstone repeater into there. And that. And I think that should work. Alright, let's go see what that did. Alright, that popped it out and it popped the light out. That's good. Let's make it so the light turns on as well. The light is over there, so we could just throw a torch down below. Like that. Alright, and then make sure it retracts properly, so let's unpower it. Alright. Yeah, that looks good. So I'm going to do that with all 4 of them. Alright, so we're off to a good start here. Check this out. I hooked up the pressure plates to each of their colors. Now when we step on them, we can see what happens. And that's pretty clear. I can tell pretty easily when a color is chosen here, right? It's a good visual indicator, I would say. I'm happy with that. So as it is right now, we could probably start applying some logic stuff to this now. Let me show you the basic form of it right now. So we have the wires just running out to the little gizmo we set up earlier here. So basically just runs up, connects to each of these, and that's all there is to it right now. But we have to do some checks and some complicated stuff now. So the very first basic thing You'll notice when I step on the pressure plate, this just stays out as long as I stand on it, right? Let's add a monostable circuit to it. So typically the way I do these is I'll use a sticky piston and then the block like that, and then we pull it through. Take the signal out here. We'll set this to 4. I'll just show you what this does. So now it's like a button almost. When you step on it, it only applies the signal once and for a certain amount of time. So in order to do it again, you actually have to get off the pressure plate before it'll accept another input. That way, if we like sit on blue, for example, it's not gonna like keep picking blue as our answer until we get off and then either select it again or a different color, right? So that's very simple. The one thing though, there's piston sounds, right? We want to maybe get rid of those because it's close to where we're standing there. For basically every circuit in this game, there's a redstone version and there's a piston version. So we just saw a piston monostable circuit. I'm going to do a redstone one though. Piston circuits are usually more compact than their redstone counterparts, but redstone circuits are quiet. They're silent, which is usually a nice feature. Okay, so I just put a redstone monostable circuit on all 4 of the wires here. This is it right here. It's pretty simple. A little bit bigger than the piston version, but it is quiet. Very important. Does the same thing though, as you can see. We're going to have note blocks playing like near here, and we want to be able to hear them. So if we can cut down on piston noise, we definitely want to do that. Alright. Now the next step, I don't know how many of you are actually familiar with the Simon game, but there's like 2 states to it basically. The first one is it plays through the sequence, so you know, green, blue, red, yellow, red, whatever. Then when it's done, well, actually, during that sequence, we don't want to accept any inputs because it's just showing us what we have to copy. So we want to disable these pressure plates while it's doing that. Then after it's done that, then it's our turn to enter what we just saw and copy it, right? So then we want to re-enable the pressure plates, and we want to check if we picked the right answer or not. And we can combine all those things we want pretty simply here. I think all we're going to do is maybe cut the wire here. And let's put a sticky piston here. We will use a sticky piston for this, just because it's a lot simpler. And this is kind of a complicated thing we're doing. Alright, so if, for example, green is the right answer, then below here we're going to send power to it. And that's pretty much all we have to do. Alright, so then only if this is up will power be sent through. So yeah, this is a nice way of simplifying it, guys. Basically, if all these pistons are down, it's disabling our input right now. So like when it's showing us what to copy, we want the input disabled. All we gotta do is keep all the pistons down. That's nice and simple. If we want to check for a correct answer, like let's say green is the right answer at the moment, then all we gotta do is send power to this piston, right? You might be thinking though, Etho, you fool, we can just try all the wrong answers until we find the right one, right? Well, no, because I've added something else here. Only if it's the right answer, like only if the power can get sent through here, does this wire turn on, right? And I just set up like a triple AND gate lose detection system here. So we have 3 conditions that are checked. The first one is if we're accepting input or not on the game. Then if the game's waiting for us to make us a choice, then this torch will be off, okay? The other wire here is if any of the pressure plates are stepped on, it's going to disable this torch. And if this torch is off and this one's off, well, then this light turns on and we lose. GG. Let me show you how this works. So green is the correct answer right now. So we step on red, wrong answer. that torch turns off, game over, right? But if we step on green, look what happens. You see that? It cancels it out. So since this is the right answer, it sends power down this line. And at the same moment that torch turns off, power is sent to the repeater, and it keeps that on, prevents the torch from triggering the game over events. All right, so that's the basic lose detection logic. It's not too crazy. All right, we're probably gonna want to wait before we do this other part of the game. This is the tough part over here, but we got to set up the memory and the thing that sequences through the stuff and chooses the right answer. All the stuff that controls these pistons here, we have to implement now. All right, we'll do that next episode. I'll probably do most of it off camera because it's gonna be boring. I hate to say it, but it's Redstone stuff. So I'll try to get that done, and we'll check it out later. Well, anyways, guys, it's that time again. Let's check out the comment for today. It says, Etho, have you ever considered making a new current intro? Just a suggestion. Keep up the great work. Man, I tell you guys, I tell you what, I would love a new intro. I really want one, but like I have 3 I use currently. El the Hedgehog, he's a YouTuber guy. He made 3 of the intros, the ones I used most often. One of them was for like Feed the Beast Minecraft though, and I can't use that one anymore. Haven't used it in a while. The other 2 though is the one I use at the start of my Let's Play episodes here, and then I have the outro he made me, which I use at the end, and I also use it as an intro and outro on like pretty much everything, including non-Minecraft stuff. And then I got the Raider one too from Raider and Tiggy, but I don't use that one as often because some people really like it and some people really hate it. And whenever I use it, all the comments are about the intro, I find, and not really about the video. But the thing is, I don't really know how to make intros. I've tried to think of ways of doing it, and I don't think I have the artistical talent for it or something. I'm not sure. I always come up blank, so I have never done one myself. It's a tricky thing to do. You gotta think of what video you want to use, and you also need audio, and a lot of audio is copyrighted, which complicates things greatly. Got to make sure it's something I can use, and I don't really know where to get that stuff. It's a reason I don't have like music in my episodes, and that it's like a tricky thing. Even like if you get stuff that's you're allowed to use, a lot of time the video gets flagged just because it's on other websites or someone flags it inappropriately, and stuff like that. It worries me. Even like sound effects, not just music, is copyrighted, so always got to be careful with it. Anyways, that's kind of what's the deal with the intros and outros and stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Thank you for watching as always. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye bye.